guys, so today our discussion is focused on the Tea Party movement, specifically with a focus on women, which was a video that we watched on C-SPAN. Basically, this video taught me a lot about the Tea Party movement that I didn't know, especially when it's in regards to women. So the first thing that I learned was that many Tea Party women believe that the women's liberal groups that are like liberal feminists are actually divergent from what they believe feminism really is. So I thought that this was really interesting because there is this obvious gender gap that they both agree on, but then there becomes this point of stasis where they disagree on how to handle this issue and how it should be interpreted. So one of the examples she gave was in reference to gun control. She was saying that the Tea Party women actually believe that gun control is against their feminist beliefs. They think that that is telling women that they cannot handle having a gun, having an automatic weapon, and that they think that they should be protected. Tea Party women say, no, like that's not right, because we should be able to use the education that we possess, our life experiences and our work experiences, to be able to make these decisions on our own, as Tea Party women do believe that the government should be smaller rather than larger. So that is one of the points that they diverge on, and there were several others that she discussed that just really highlighted how there's different forms of feminism, which I had never really considered before. I would hear the word feminist and think, okay, so they all have the same goal of just shrinking this gender gap, but the differing strategies and perspectives was just an interesting thing to learn about and just start to consider. The second thing that I learned is that the higher social status someone has, the more likely they are to be informed and participate in politics. This may seem like a no-brainer, but when you really consider it, you've got people with higher education, so they're more aware of what's going on. They're honestly, they have the ability to understand what's going on, and they most of the time also have to have the resources to be able to get the correct amount of information, be able to have access to turn on the TV and figure out what's going on in the world on the news and all that sort of thing. And this was just an interesting thing to me because it's something that you don't really consider. You think that as an American, everyone should have the freedom to be able to, learn about politics and participate in them, but there are some barriers that can come with being of lower socioeconomic levels. So overall, this video was great. Really learned a lot of things about the Tea Party that I had never heard before. So really enjoyed it, and I appreciate y'all listening to me.